Outside the reigning two-time $10,000 winner, the King of the Hill, is Justin Whitehead and 36J from Hooks, Texas. Man, I'm really fed up with this fucking racetrack right now. I can't see shit here anymore. I can't see anything. Like, it's bad. I don't even know. I can't. Okay, so sorry I didn't get you that lineup, folks. It's unfortunate. 36J's jumped out front with the race lead. Justin, you know it when you hear me say this on Race on Texas, boy, you got some of the luckiest draws. You're a hell of a race car driver, though, but it certainly doesn't help the competition out when you start up front. quite a bit here. But hey, you can only do what you can do. Or rather, you play the cards that you've been dealt. And you do a good job of it. So anyway, down the back straightaway, Tyler Morgan going to look to fend off the number 28 of Lance Moore from Hallsville, Texas. And here comes the Triple X. And 91 going 3 wide for second momentarily, sliding up in front. From second to fourth. Quick, fast, and in a hurry goes the 24 of Tyler Morgan. From the in-house to the out-house. He was in the show. He's out of the show now. Rolling off a 2 down the backstretch. Here comes trouble. Down the back straightaway, Sean Graham back in the saddle of a factory stock. Of course, sold his factory stock last month in a raffle anyway. And tonight, driving Billy Davis's number 91 car, the Lindale, Texas racer, has hired Sean Graham as the hired gun tonight. And Graham's looking pretty good. Got a little sidestep to the middle of turns 1 and 2. That time they're going 3 wide there, mid-pack, down the back straightaway. Cundiff had to think better of it. It's all 36J all the time here at Boothill, as he is looking tonight to win his 4th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship title at just the age of 29 years old. The Hooks, Texas racer continues his assault around the legendary quarter mile here in Greenwood, Louisiana. And it is good. I'm telling you, folks, it's tough. You got to damn near drive flawlessly whenever he's in the field, but then you got to be absolutely perfect, and you got to be on point if you want to get up there and even battle and contest him. As Whitehead is gone. We've seen Josh Daugherty dethrone him this year at this racetrack, but the cream will rise to the top as the white flag is out for the final trip around for the Hooks, Texas racer Justin Whitehead. But looking back in second here for the final time at the turns 1 and 2, the 91 of Sean Graham. Driving Billy Davis's entry again tonight, the 91 car down the back straightaway. Good run for Lance Moore, as Lance Moore has not raced but once this season, I do believe, as the Hallsville Texan will come on. We'll go to the dance tonight in 28. Race number 2 of the night. Excuse me. TJ Evans in the 7. Starts inside of 2, your most recent winner at Arklatex. The F5 of Skeet Amos and the 62-year-old veteran racer out of New Boston. Josh Daugherty, 2-time winner here this year, comes in tonight as your Boothill Speedway point leader. Daugherty all over the back decklet of the 7 cars. Tiffany Welch giving him hell to the outside of him at 34 Junior. Down the back straightaway, Kelly Lockey in 14. Going to look to throw his hat in the ring. He has to come all the way from deep in the field to mix it up tonight. Lockey last night had one of the best hot rods of the bunch down at Showtime, as Lockey showed strength last night and unfortunately got the Bad Dog No Biscuit Award and went back to Tyler, Texas, with not the run that he was looking for, as they were 3 wide coming to the white flag last night. And TJ Evans, who's in this race just up in front of the 58 of Welch, working on the 34 Junior of Daugherty for 3rd. He was in that one as well last night, going 3 wide for the race lead. Ended up being Brian Cook coming out with the victory at Showtime. But tonight in Greenwood, it's all Skeet Amison out front with the lead, trying for 2 consecutive weekends to win his heat race in commanding fashion, and he is gone with this one in F5. Here comes a slider. A nice move by the 34 Junior, the James River Restaurant Osborne race car. The forward-powered is barking tonight. Josh Daugherty has rolled his way to the bridesmaids' honors now, and you got to give it up to Laxton, who has certainly grown by leaps and bounds of a racer. Assuming that's Laxton anyway. So Jeremy Laxton in the 9J car, sitting in the 3rd and final transfer spot, being breathed down his neck by the Kilgore, Texas racer TJ Evans. TJ Evans in his 65th start of 2019 tonight. That's a lot of factory stock starts. And he's going to work, and the caution flag will come out right when the business was picking up, and Kelly Lockheed has face planted into the exit of the turn 2 retaining wall. So the 62-year-old respected racer, Skeen Amundsen, going to lead him to the point, trying to get his second consecutive heat race victory here in as many weeks, off of 4. Laxton goes from the transfer spot to get breathed down his neck by the number 38. And here comes Daugherty. Will we get another show card tonight of 36J and 34 Junior? It very well could be. Into 3. Here comes Daugherty. He'll slide up in front for the race lead. Trying to cross and diamond off the exit of corner number 4. Will not get the job done. 34 Junior too strong, and Amundsen going to breathe down his back bumper into 1. Amundsen giving him hell for it as they go at it. Playing Indian Giver for the race lead. Down the back straightaway. F5. Will not be able to take it back. Skeen Amundsen relinquishes the top spot to the 34 Junior of Daugherty. Daugherty says, I want another stab at 36J tonight, as he got the better of the two earlier this season, but Whitehead got the better of him at Vivian. Should be a lot of fun tonight, as the 34 Junior going to be on the outside front row alongside the best engines, number 36J of Justin Whitehead. Josh Daugherty wins heat race number 2. Stellar performance at the Texas Motor Speedway Southern Dirt Track Championship, and came out here and scored his first dub of the season last Saturday night. Oh boy, and they got to make contact on the start. Here comes Tony the Tiger, Tony Lindsay. Keyfield, Louisiana's Tony Lindsay. Bubba Jones behind the wheel of the 911 tonight. To the rescue he come. His good friend Bubba McEachern back there, tail with the 33 of Robert Graham, hustling into turn number 3. And the 4 cars loose as a goose. They'll get him started. He's off of turn number 4. Still holding on to second is the 1 car. Holding back the advance of the 911 of Bubba Jones. Is Bubba, a pair of Bubbas right now. And McEachern looked like he got up out of the groove like he had problems with the 0 car. As the 911 driven by Bubba Jones, the Provençal Louisiana racer. Last night he was nothing less than stellar. He came out of nowhere, pulled his best David Blaine in the late going on the final lap, and I thought he was going to win that factory stock showdown last night down in Sabine, or Showtime. I tell you what though, the 4 car, Boone Evans is running down the 81. Man. Boone Evans running down. Last Saturday night's feature race winner here at the racetrack. As he heads down the back straightaway and setting sights on turn number 3. It's heating up. Here comes the 4 Boone Evans. Evans with a win down at Showtime this year in the limited modified division. Scored his first ever win at Billy White's Timberline Speedway. Back when he's at the age of 14 years old, as he hustles into turns 1 and 2. A very accomplished young baseball player on the mound. He's pretty damn good on a dirt track as well. As 81 still leads. The veteran racer leads the youngster. 2 respected generations of racers represented on the Evans family and the Ingalls family, of course, out of East Texas. As I'm telling you, Boone, if we had transponder times, he would be just probably a little bit of a tick quicker every single lap. But is it enough? Is it enough? It's one thing to get to the back bumper of 81. It's one thing to get there. It's one thing to dispose of him. As it'll be 1.5 laps to go when Ricky Ingalls meets the midpoint of the back straightaway. And he is hitting his marks now. Racetrack is certainly interesting to this juncture. Hasn't been a whole lot of movement, if you will, as the white flag comes out for the white number 81. Twin City Towing Kiss Country, 93.7 FM, 11:30 a.m. The Tiger, 98.9 Classic Rock, John Harvey Toyota, sponsor number 81. Down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. The 1996 Southern United Professional Racing Series late model champion. It's all Ricky Ingalls. It'll be 3 studs starting in the first 3 rows tonight for the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. That money can buy. Brandon Brown's got you hooked up. Holler at him. What can Brown do for you? The 22 is Cody White in the Camus Electric 22W, and the 77 was on the front row last week. He starts dead last tonight. Colton Furr going to get a new entry. Get a good new look at the Boothill Speedway tonight with some competition up in front. We're underway into 1. Setting sights are 3 wide for second. Down the back straightaway. What's going to give? Well, not a whole lot. The 22 going to throw his hat in the ring as well. Oh, boy. Justin Holt ain't never scared and just got railroaded was the rear tail tank of the 12 of Perry by the D3 of Edwards. David Edwards goes from the pole Back to fourth. I didn't see any initial contact between those two. I could have missed it if there was any. As Lopez gets breathed down his neck now by the 12 car Bo Perry. Rolling into turns 3 and 4, Brandon Brown trying to get it stuck and digging around the top shelf of the hill. Everybody right now underneath Grandma's quills. They hustle off of turn number 4 down the front boulevard back into 1. Justin Holt won a stellar heat race earlier this season over Bubba McEachern. As here comes Bo Perry now. The pair of laser chassis built by Bo's father, Glenn. Rolling off of turn number 4. Here comes Bo to the inside for the race lead. Bo knows down the front stretch. Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I guess Brandon's not driving then. The best heat race of the night so far. Bo Perry trying to work every inch of the Boothill Speedway racing surface to his advantage. But the 5 car still found the quick lane, trying to pinch him off each and every corner, making his car wider than a triple wide trailer now. They roll off into turns 1 and 2 and continue to fight tooth and nail for the race lead. 31 of Justin Holt right there licking his chops, looking to become the benefactor of these two were to get into a skirmish as they come off of turn number 4 with 2 laps to go. 6 lap score, 2 laps to go, and the 5 of Paul Lopez getting breathed down his neck again by the 12. Here comes Bo Perry again to the inside for the race lead. And midpoint of the back straightaway, give it about half a nose of the 5 of Lopez. Will it be the same when they get to the front stretch this time with the white flag waving high over the Greenwood Oval this time? And it will continue to be the 5 of Lopez by the same margin it was on the back stretch that last time. He just have to hit his marks each and every time. Perry, though, gets a much better drive off of exit this corner, but Lopez in the throttle down the back straightaway. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Heat race number 3 for the factory stocks. Presented by Mama D's in Jonesboro off of turn number 4 to the checkered flag, and it'll be the 5 of Lopez by half of a nose. Number Colt 45. What's the number inside of 3? Joshua Greenwald's going to start shotgun. Only 6 cars making this one 8 laps the distance. And Greenwald said earlier he's going to send it up top and let the big dog eat. We'll see what he does.
Let's see one.
Chris Shaw. Chris Shaw in the number C1 car, the one without the number. And Colt 45 going to get flanked to his inside by the 27 of Greenwald as they roll through 3 and 4. It'll be Furr down to the inside of 45 of Blanchard. It'll be Furr getting the best of Blanchard. Blanchard has problems with the front end, it appears, maybe. Cowboy, wow, car is all kind of out of sorts, and Dean Rasco goes for a scenic ride. And Greenwald right now has marched his way to 3rd. He said it. As he brought his stamps, he'll send her off into turns number 1 and 2. As Furr right now will just watch his older brother Colton run to the previous race, and we'll get a caution as fluid comes out on the racetrack for the C1. And then somebody says, I got $5 on the 14. That's why we race, folks. You only need 2 cars to have a race. Well, I think we got 5 of them here that are ready to wage war for it. Let's see what happens. Hustling back off into 1 on the restart here at Boot Hill tonight. On demand on raceontexas.com. Oh, and Greenwald got a little sidestep there. The 27 trying to find his way around the 1-star of Cameron Furr. Or in the 14R tonight. In respects, man, 27 is... Greenwald was loose as a goose out there. Oh, and he got tapped in the shorts that time of the 45 of Blanchard. Here comes Cowboy. Richard Blanchard driving a little hot underneath the collar now. He'll roll in the 45 to the outside of the 1-star. Blanchard feels it. He's there, and he's going to knock and try to rattle Greenwald. Down the front stretch into 1. I'm telling you, you don't want to piss off Blanchard. I'm telling you right now. He'll roll off into 1 and breathe down the neck of the 27 for 2nd. Down the back straightaway they come. And we threw the caution for his motor, or... Oh, thank you. I sound like a dummy. So off of 4, Blanchard has certainly come on strong now, finding his way around, or find the quickest lane around the Boothill Speedway. But here comes Furr. Boy, he about parked the car to not tag the 45. That was as close as it gets. That was about to be all kinds of some right side romance. We ain't in the streets of Paris. Ain't no kissing out here. Into 1. 55M of Cody Myers still leading. He likes what he sees right now out of the front deck lid of that entry. for Joe Best down the back straightaway. He'll come across and set his assault for one more quarter-mile trip. He'll see the white flag this time by. So heading off of 2 down the back straightaway, the battle for the third and final transfer spot is a good one. It'll be Fur trying to reel in the 45 of Blanchard and take the third and final transfer spot away. And he won't be able to get the job done here. Battling back from adversity, the 45 of Richard Blanchard will go to the dance. Chad DuPont trying to come on strong here and reel in the 4V of Vic Jr. Vic Jr. getting breathed down his neck now. They roll off of turn number 2. The 4, Jeffrey Bechet back in third. A big wash up the exit of turn number 2 for the 57 of DuPont, and around goes Wayne Barnes. We'll get a caution for Wayne Barnes in turn number 1. Or no, we won't. Send him to promoter school. We can stay going. I'm here at Boothill, the 2-time reigning Pro Mod track champion, of course. Mike Washburn scored the track title here in 2019 as the 4V of Vic Jr. going to lead him to the green flag in turns 3 and 4. Rolling off into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Jeffrey Bechet now in car number 4. Final trip, final time through turns 3 and 4 from Vivian, Louisiana. It'll be his many a heat race win of the season. Doug Vic Jr. scores another one here at the Hill tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris Hennigan did drive that car last month, though, so you never can be too sure. And Tippy Bickham also drove it, so if there's a driver change, let me know. The 21 is Tim East Jr. tonight. Where's that 52R car at? Be cool if I get them all to you at one time. The K9 of Bubba Jones out of Provençal going to lead them to the point this time on a re-racked and stacked original restart. We're back underway here at Boot Hill. And folks, Kelly Lockey leads. His father-in-law, JoJo Wilhelm, through turns 3 and 4, and his teammate, the 20 of Brent Tidwell, who scored his first ever feature race win here. Our second to last event in the RKT operating Rock and Roll Whataburger number 20. IRP race cars, 1, 2, and 3 right now down the back straightaway they head. Setting sights into turn number 3, the freight train from Farmerville. Your Southern Dirt Track Championship winner at Texas Motor Speedway's Dirt Track, the Farmerville freight train, Brandon Ball, back at Boot Hill. Represented the home state very well, and here comes JoJo Wilhelm breathing down the back deck lid of his son-in-law, Kelly Lockey, for the race lead. And Tidwell going to throw his hat in the ring. You got a good one brewing here in your limited modified heat race down the front stretch into 1. As they hustle off into turns 1 and 2 and set sights off and 2 down the back straightaway, Kelly Lockey trying to hold on to it pretty well here. JoJo Wilhelm not giving him any kind of comfort as they roll through 3. This has to be a lot of fun, though. Oh, and Kelly Lockey got a little loose there on the top shelf, but gets it corralled and rolls right around the top shelf of the racetrack, and it hooks up and brings it to him. Sends it back off into 1. Track's certainly fast tonight. Wilhelm now feeling pretty good about himself in this RKT operating number 47. He's had a lot of bad luck behind the cockpit of that car here in 2019. Was back in the S&J Racing number 32, Danny Stevens' machine, not long ago. And Wilhelm trying to find a lane. Maybe just a little bit quicker than Kelly right now, but Kelly Lockey able to. He's got a fast race car too, and he's driving a flawless race. But here comes Wilhelm, and here comes Tidwell. 3 wide for the race lead off of turn number 4. Brent Tidwell pushing the progression each and every week. Hustling and rolling off into turns 1 and 2. The 91 of Kelly Lockey, fitting off all comers. The 47 of Wilhelm throwing his hat all the way into the ring here to the final lap. Will he throw it? Nope, he's going to elect to race his son-in-law a little more comfortably. Here comes Tidwell for the final time to the checkers. Kelly Lockey going to win at the 47. Will snack second. Well, they had to give Whitney Lockey. Test. Okay, there we go. Alrighty then, let us have sound. Austin, that seems to be the case. And I believe it's the 4 of Brittany Graham jumping up front with the race lead, and the number 4 rolling off a 4 down the front stretch. And that white number 4 with the 14 of Collier in hot pursuit, the 11 of James Peace. Your top 3 right now, they hustle into turns 1 and 2. Winner here. Hero and 0 is Bubba McEachern from Houghton in the Foxworth Welding and Fabrication. Mac Tools number 0 in the Laser Race Car. The lights are out. We're underway. Kelly Lockie starts to the outside of him. Freddie Blanchard of the B7. The lights are out. We're underway, and we hustle into 1. Oh boy, Jake Gentry just lost the handle right in front of the field, and a great job by Furr to avoid that disaster. And Gentry from the in-house to the outhouse, quick, fast, and in a hurry in this one. He's got his work cut out for him if he wants to go to the dance tonight. McEachern coming on strong, rolling like a big dog around the hub of the racetrack here on the opening lap. He's picked up 3 positions early. He's going to have to pick up 3 more to get inside of this show, though, as he'll go to work on Blanchard now, as the 32 up in front of him of Neil Kemp goes to work on that 3rd and final spot and trying to snag it away from Cameron Furr. Cameron Furr receiving pressure from the 32 of Neil Kemp. Trying to live up to his moniker and be still Neil, trying to steal the 3rd and final transfer spot away here early. But these things get over quickly, and you got to get what you can get. Always earned, never given. Off of turn number 4, out front with the lead is Bubba Jones at 911. Die-hard fans of Boothill would maybe assume that would be Kevin Stetler. As Bubba Jones behind the cockpit of this 911 machine. We've seen Denny Gabar pilot this car several times this season as they roll down the front stretch, and Josh McGay built this car. As the 38 of Mike Wells, who had a great run going here at Boothill last weekend, didn't start his racing season until about mid-August, as Wells has got a hot rod here tonight in that best engine powered number 38 Outlaw chassis. With Mike and Charlene Carter, Central Heating and Air, a proud sponsor of the number 38 as he continues to hold on to the bridesmaids. Here comes McEachern now. Bubba McEachern is rolling like a big dog, and the caution flag comes out just as I say it. So Bubba Jones from Provençal, Louisiana, the multi-time Showtime Speedway track champion, going to lead him to the point here at Boothill tonight in your last chance qualifier number 1. Factory stock racing at its finest. Here comes McEachern on the restart. And I'll tell you what, the youngster out of Gladewater, here comes McEachern firing a bullet down to the inside. They go 3 wide for 2nd. Oh boy, throw Grandma's quilt right now over 2nd back to 6th. And the 32 of Neil Kemp lives up to his moniker, Still Neil, rolling past the 38 car, and he drove in deep and sold it cheap, and the 3 and 4 did Wells. They're still 3 wide for 2nd. And a hell of a race brewing here for the transfer spot. And this is what you like to see, folks. This is what you spend your hard-earned money for right here. As they're still going 3 different lanes wide for the race lead, Tim Higgins has again prepared a beautiful racetrack here in Greenwood tonight, just as he did for the Southern Dirt Track Championship in Texas. In Fort Worth at the Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track 2 weeks ago. Down the front stretch into 1, it's all Bubba Jones all the time. Jones leading in 911 over the 14R tonight of Cameron Furr. He came from the outhouse back to the in-house where he started this race, and around goes Gentry again, your initial pole sitter in 55. No harm, no foul. We'll send him to promoter school. As McEachern takes a stab again with the 32 of Wells, but he's got 2 more laps to get the job done. I'm sorry, the 32 of Neil Kemp, and Wells is going to throw his hat back into the ring. So you've got 4 cars potentially battling for the transfer spot here. Working down to it. Kelly Lockie, who may have the fastest race car here in the pits tonight and very well may not make this show. Down the front boulevard, they head off into 1 with the white flag out. McEachern has got to make his move, and he's got to make it now. Hustling into 1. 32 repels him for the final time off of turn number 2. Will McEachern cross him underneath, or will he stay to the top shelf? He'll elect to go to the top shelf of the Boothill Speedway. Try to diamond off the exit of the corner of 4, and he won't be able to get the job done tonight. McEachern will miss the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship main event by a spot. 32, Neil Kemp. Well, what does your stuff look like? Getting a little wild here on the opening lap. They sail into turns 3 and 4. And off of turn number 4, Laxton going to lead the first lap of your second last chance qualifier. Oh boy, the 9 about lost the handle. Oh, the 9 car looks like a 3-legged dog on an icy lake. He's going to lose control into turns 1 and 2. Cannot corral it. He'll be the bad dog with no biscuit this time. So we're going to use this for a few moments to see what we can do with the sound here. Keep your eyes on to be car number 8, your most recent winner here last Saturday night, Gene Border out of Vivian, Louisiana, the fast fuel number 8. Tim Eves Jr. to the 121. This should be interesting. Buddy Baker in the 12, and I don't know about that start, but it'll work. Robert Graham going to lead him to the point. Gene Borders worked his way up inside of the top 3. Now the lights are out. We're back underway here at Boothill, and your last chance for the Pro Mods. Hustling off into 1 and 2 on the restart. Back into 1. 3 wide for the race lead. Here comes Gene Porter in 8. Porter going to roll down to the inside for the race lead. He's come from inside of the 4th row from 7th to the top spot. Or trying to anyway. The Seeger Rooming 22 of Graham not going to pull over for him though. They go through for the race lead off of turn number 4. Down the boulevard, they head back off into 1. It'll be halfway in and halfway out of this affair as Kyle Cummings has thrown his hat into the ring. Now the 115 into the mix of Ryan Humphrey. Ryan Humphrey into the mix. He sits 4th. Here. Here comes Eugene off of 2 down the back straightaway. Gene Border getting a run again to the inside of the 22 of Robert Graham for the race lead. As they roll through 3 and off of 4. You got a good racetrack shaping up tonight here in Greenwood again on a Saturday night special. The 47th annual Louisiana State Dirt. White flag coming out this time by. And Gene Border has thrown everything he has except the kitchen sink. Will he throw the entire kitchen sink into 3 and 4 this time? Final turn for the final time. To the checkers we come. Border got a run. He'll smash the throttle, but it won't be enough to overtake the 22 of Robert Graham. He'll score the victory. And B17. Austin Storm driving number F27 inside of 3. Wow. Kind of a wild restart. They hustle back off into turns 1 and 2 on the restart. Michael King Jr., who won his first ever heat race here at the last event at the Hill, had a solid performance coming through turns 3 and 4 to the checkered flag in the last Saturday night's main events as he was running a solid top 5. Had a stellar performance going with Michael King. Dirt Track Championship winner at Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track just 2 Saturday nights ago. The Farmerville Freight Train Brandon Ball and the Express Racing Chassis NG9. Austin Storm, the F27, the lights are out, we're back underway. Michael King leads them off of 4. Boone Evans trying to find some stick and find some dig. The B17 will slam the door shut on him as they roll through turns 3 and 4. Brandon Ball trying to come on now. Brandon Ball steps it up top and the 4 in hot pursuit of him. Michael King, you're about to receive some company for the race lead. Here comes Brandon Ball. A great battle for second here in the waning stages of this one. Ball extended up top of the B17, running out of time. Tick-tock, the race clock goes. Number 1. Ball goes to run the outside of the racetrack with reckless abandon. He is doing just that here tonight. As 218 going to pull it out of harm's way. We'll send it to goal as Ball got it up in B17. Rolling like a big dog and rolling like a yo-yo with no string on the boulevard into 1. As the 14 junior Michael King still continues to propel him. Uh-oh. He got a little heated up there on the front straightaway. Hey. Tyler Morgan going to be the Hunter's Body Shop number 24. Of course, the 7 is TJ Evans, your most recent winner up at Arklatex. Tony the Tiger, Tony Lindsay in the 1. Who's going to be coming to the front? Are we going just a regular 20?
Yeah.
20 laps, the allotted distance in this first main event of the night. As they'll roll off in the 1 and 2, we'll find out who's got the quick shoes. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. On a tight rope in the 3 and 4 for the first time. Graham going to fit the gap to the outside of the 55 and try to slam the door shut on him if he comes up the top shelf off of 4. Myers tried to squeeze Graham. They did make contact. You could see that coming from a mile away. The 34 junior of Josh Daughtery, though, trying to take a stab underneath 36J of Whitehead for the race lead. You cannot be conservative on these 20-lap races. You got to go, and you got to go hard each and every lap. It's a how bad do you want it? Show me what you got Saturday night special here for the 47th edition of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championships. And 3 of the heavyweights who have been in contention here all year long, and in any racetrack they check into, is Ricky Ingalls, who's now breathing down the neck of the 34 junior of Daughtery. 2 wins here this season, and your current Boothill Speedway point leader, and we'll look to cap it off tonight with a championship. Oh, what a Cinderella story it would be for Josh Daughtery, as his grandfather was the inaugural Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner all the way back in 1973, the opening year for this racetrack of Junior Daughtery and the old coupe class. Many years after the fact, the old Ford is barking the night, holding on to the bridesmaids right now, but Whitehead getting away out front. Whitehead doing what Whitehead does, as he will look to pick up his 4th, unbelievably, he's 29 years old, he'll be looking to pick up his 4th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship crown if he can hold on from here. Justin Whitehead. The way he enters the corner and diamonds off the exit of 2, he makes a liar of me there. He bobbled just a little bit. The 34 junior closed the gap by about a car length and a half. So the top 3 separated by about the same distance. The battle for 4th's a good one. Myers around the hub of the racetrack couldn't go any lower than a mudcat in the Red River that time. The 5-0, it was outside of Paul Lopez. Lopez having a career run tonight after that nasty crash in turn number 3 a couple of months ago. Paul had Jason Ingalls drive that car for several events, but Paul's feeling pretty comfortable, looking good tonight. Whitehead still leads here at Boot Hill. They're not allowing him to get away, though. Putting that Chuck Priestley Best Engine Power Plant to the test. Of course, Whitehead, a machinist at Best Engines, and is the owner fabricator of his Outlaw chassis, where he's built 115 of those since the start of 2012. Whitehead out front marching to the beat of his own drum. Tick-tock, the race clock goes. Here comes the battle for second. The winningest driver at Boot Hill a year ago. Mentioned he didn't have his first factory stock win until June the 9th of last season, and he had 5 of them before we ever got out of the month of August. It's all Whitehead all the time, but Josh Daughtery receiving hell from the 81 of Ingalls. Ingalls again on another Saturday night, proving that age ain't nothing but a number. 55M of Myers, his teammate, sits back in 4th. Finally broke away from that battle with the 5 of Lopez. Ingalls is going to keep searching the racetrack and try to find some momentum to get around the 34 junior. But the harder they get to racing, is going to allow 36J to set sail out front. Sean Graham right now in a battle of his own. Will we have enough laps to get to lap traffic and to become a factor? Doesn't appear that lap traffic is going to be a factor tonight, as Whitehead won his first Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship title, and the caution flag will come out and we'll get them re-racked and stacked as it's back to back. And he'll try to get his 4th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship title to throw on the mantle into the Outlaw chassis shop as he's back on the throttle and underway into 1. Who's got the baddest hot rod of the bunch? Ingalls going to go way up top where Grandpa keeps the best bourbon. He'll try to get a big run down off of 2 into 3. Ingalls now to the back of 34 junior. Gave him a little bit of a shot in the shorts, and around goes Daughtery. Josh Daughtery has no goodness gracious. And a fantastic job for the rest of the field to not become a victim of circumstance. And his teammate Ingalls will be in the second row. Do they have anything tonight for 36J? The Outlaw Chassis leads the pair of lasers as the green will come back out from Keith Parker, and we are back underway here at the Hill. If you want to race, the Hill's the place. On demand on raceontexas.com. Every thrill and spill and every burn and turn, every lap of the action. And high definition, off into one. If you want to get this job done, you got to go, and you got to go now. And Ricky Ingalls feels the pressure. Here he comes. It's about to heat up. And here comes Sean Graham out of nowhere, going 3 wide for second. Oh, boy, it's heating up. Into one. Sean Graham feeling it tonight in car number 91, driving for Billy Davis out of Overton, Texas. Into turns 1 and 2, Graham feeling pretty good. He's got his quick shoes on tonight. As here comes Ricky Ingalls. He's going to go way up top this time. Ricky Ingalls is flirting with disaster. He's throwing the green, by the way. How many of you folks got 36J to win this one tonight? How about Ingalls in 81? Should be good. Should be fun. We're going back green. How many laps to go, Miss Robin?
We have 13 complete.
13 laps complete, 7 laps to go. A lucky 7. Just enough time for the 81 to get it wound up and give 36J the business as they roll off a 2 down the back straightaway. I'm just a fan armed with a microphone, and I want to see a great race. Certainly been good to this point as Whitehead pushed that time through 3 and 4, and here comes Ingalls. Oh, boy. Ricky Ingalls will hustle his way into one. The former super late model champ has raced it all in his career, began in Coops back in the 70s, as this is his home and favorite racetrack. Rolling off of turn number 4 with his sights set on the rear bumper of the 36J of Whitehead. These two, a season ago, were the class of the factory stock division across the Arklatex. And they proved it when the 10,000 was on the line, hanging in the balance here for the King of the Hill. Whitehead won it. Ingalls finished second. And on another dirt track Saturday night, where Ingalls just won here last Saturday night, comes in tonight with some confidence and some momentum as Whitehead parked his machine. And Ingalls is certainly feeling it tonight. Whitehead, smooth as butter, baby. He is on a roll. It's one thing to march to the back bumper of 36J. It's one thing to dispose of him. Myers now keeping his teammate Ingalls honest, trying to work his way closer in the 55M. The battle back here for 4th and 5th is a good one. How about this? Age is clearly nothing but a number. There's 2 62-year-old elder statesmen inside of your top 5 right now. Amos in an F5 and Ingalls in second. Ooh, Ingalls just cost himself a big amount of track position there. Lost about a car length to 36J, but he makes it back up into 1. Oh, boy, Ricky just drove the car all the way almost back into Blanchard Fur Road. Holy smokes. Heading off a 2 into 3. Ingalls is using everything that race car's got, putting it to the test. The white flag is out. Whitehead trying to win his 284th race in his racing career. They hustle into 1. Ingalls shows some respect there, got on the brakes a little bit. 36J skates away by a car length. Ingalls will try to erase it. He drove the car all the way deep. He about made it to I-20 before he turned left. But Justin Whitehead is going to be your 47th winner of the 47th annual Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner tonight. At this racetrack as well. Be sure to make some noise when he climbs out of the race car from Hooks, Texas, driving the raceontexas.com Saints Ford, Texas' oldest Ford dealership, Thompson Motorsports, WW Timber, Borderline Septic 36A for Justin Whitehead from Hooks, Texas. Hey, I'll get your 50-50 tickets out. I got it right here. Ooh, a little hot. Mike sure is hot for as much as I can't hear. Give him a hand one more time, race fans. Justin Whitehead back in Victor Lane. Well, Justin, this thing was a hot rod tonight, man. I know you had to feel the pressure there late. Ingalls tried to reel you in, just held on again. 36J car was on point tonight.
Yeah, we got lucky, obviously, to draw the front row, of course, and of the first heat, so that helps a ton. We didn't quite tighten it up enough. The 4-cylinder is kind of tricky, but we had a really good car, and thanks to Ricky for running me clean.
Those cautions kind of come out to play in your favor. I wasn't sure you were going to reach heavy lap traffic, but was that in the back of your mind at any juncture of this race?
My car was a lot better before the caution come out, so I'd have liked for it to stay. I don't mind lap traffic.
Just a little too tight?
No, a little loose. We should have tightened it up some, but it's all good.
This is now your 284th win in your racing career that started, what, in 2005?
Yes, sir.
2005, 284. You're 29 years old. Your 4th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship title tonight. Let's hear about all the great folks that help you out. Just had to throw you some stats out here.
Thompson Motorsports, C&D Mechanical, Race on Texas for the great coverage, Pro 1 Transmission, A&T Delivery, same as Ford, Borderline Septic, Mike Parker's letting me wheel his limited tonight. So, WW Timber, Hadaway Towing, Superior Graphics, my wife Sarah, my daughter Kayla, mom and dad, and Andrew for all the help.
You're a humble driver. Can you get the job done and get 2 wins tonight?
I'm going to sure try, but I am surrounded by some of the best in the business.
Yes,
so we threw some stuff at it and hope we can do it.
You're one of those cream of the crop as well. Congratulations to you tonight, Justin.
Thank you.
His 4th Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. Draw a ticket for me, Justin. Right here. Sorry. We're going to get a word. Race fans, give a round of applause to the driver of the Osborne 34 Junior, your 2019 Boothill Speedway Factory Stock Track Champion in 34 Junior. How about it for Josh Daughtery? Josh, man, you had a hot rod tonight, and you know, I guess we won't get into all that, but from your vantage point right now, you probably are a little, I don't know how you feel right now, but, you know, I wanted to commend you, though, for a great year you've had, man. What a year it's been.
Yeah, it's been an awesome year, man. I'd like to thank Osborne Race Cars, Jans River Restaurant, Pro Shift Transmission, Locksmith Heroes, my dad, my uncle at Classic Auto Repair. Man, we work our butts off on this thing. We finally had an awesome year. I mean, we were running good for the state championship, and I thought I was going to have a rematch with Justin. Yeah. We were shooting for it, and man, I might have got a little sideways, lost a little traction, but I was able to save it, and next thing you know, I'm looped. So, you know, I guess that's racing. So, you know, I know Ricky didn't do it intentionally, but, you know, it just kind of sucks.
You felt like you got in there a little too hot maybe, and you were kind of coming around, he finished you off, or what? What did you feel from your vantage point?
No, I'd been setting the car up like that the whole night, you know, coming in high and cutting it off to the bottom and trying to dime in the corners, and that's where I was getting my run at. I was trying to match Justin's line, and man, it's racing. Yeah. So, I mean, I can't be mad at him. You know, it is what it is. And, hey, I've had a good year, won the points championship, and second Darty to ever do that. My grandfather did it, and so, you know, it's a good tradition to be able to follow in his lead there. And so it is what it is.
For what it's worth, I think how much you've grown off the racetrack and on the racetrack speaks volumes. Just, you know, the class act you are here, man. So congratulations on an outstanding year. I know it's been, you know, one you'll never forget. You've scored wins at Arklatex. You got 2 of them here at Boothill. Congratulations on a hell of a 2019.
Yeah, man. Zach, I just want to say something to all these people out here, man. I'm not scared to hide behind it, man. Y'all just say no to drugs, bro. You know what I mean? This ruins a lot of people's careers. It loses a lot of people's just the respect and you know, just their moral values. And so I struggled with it all my life, and so I finally got good and, you know, changed my life around, raising kids and everything like that, and like I'm supposed to do. And man, look what it brings you. So the Lord works in mysterious ways. You know, I lost my cousin Glenn during a time when I was struggling, and hey, look what it brought us. So I'm happy with it.
Hey, I'm proud of you, man. Hey, give him a round of applause, folks. This dude's a champ, I'm telling you. Josh Daughtery. He's as good a dude as you'll find. What'd I do with that? 96 out of Keithville. The 18 will be BJ Cook from Mooring Sport, Louisiana. Jeffrey Bechet in car number 4. The lights are out on demand on Race on Texas. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. We get this one with not a whole lot of carnage. Michael Easley going to lead him to the point and take the green and put his foot through the firewall. We're back underway here at Boothill. Doug Vick going to get the whole shot as he rolls off a 2 and down the back straightaway with the race lead. Vic Jr. going to roll through 3 and 4 and lead him. As off of turn number 4 this time. 4B going to lead him across the stripe. Hatton way up top that time, nearly straight to the wall. 2 climbs. 57 as well as way up top. Doug Vick Jr. out front with the race lead off of turn number 4, down the boulevard into 1. Thank you. So quite a few distractions here as for the folks watching on Race on Texas with the 50-50 tonight, as we have had nothing but sound issues all afternoon here with a few flips of the switch and a button. I think I got it all right, but certainly hoping so on the on-demand portion of the video anyway, and the caution's back out. Back underway, hustling into 1, 2 laps after the restart. And I'm telling you right now, the driver who came home the bridesmaid in this year's Billy Robinson Memorial at Arklatex, the 96 of the Nightmare, Michael Knighton, going to look to live up to his moniker and be a bad dream for the 4V of Vick Jr. The 2-time reigning track champion, Doug Vick Jr. for Vivian, Louisiana, marches and hustles into 1. The Vick's paint and body entry out of Vivian, Louisiana. 5 times the track champion at Gene Borders Arklatex Speedway. He rolls into turns 3 and 4. Here comes the Nightmare, Michael Knighton in 96. Will we be able to stay clean and green throughout the duration of this one? Tick-tock, the race clock goes. Center of the hourglass starting to tick away. So I believe we just saw halfway. So 50% in, the other 50 to go. So rolling off a 4, does the 96 have enough mustard to squirt past the 4V of Vick Jr.? Doug Vick Jr., $1,001 victory again. I was just speaking of that, with that war that was waged with he and the Nightmare, Michael Knighton, who still sits in the bridesmaids' honors right now. Knighton trying to find some dig right to the middle lane of the legendary Boothill Speedway tonight. Got something cooking, but it isn't enough. Not enough yet to overtake the 4V or march to his back door. It's one thing to get there, it's one thing to dispose of him. And a great run tonight for Matthew Thompson. Speaking of Billy Robinson, that's a tribute car to the late great Billy Robinson, driven by Matthew Thompson, sitting in 3rd now. As we tick them off and click them off into 1. As Chad DuPont is chipping away at it now, trying to roll, and he does. He grabs 4th now and puts the 22 back to 5th. 5 laps to go. Your 47th edition of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship Pro Mod A Main. Everybody's single file high side hustling right now around the quarter-mile oval here in Greenwood. And I'm telling you, Michael Knighton just very well may have saved his best for the... Oh. Let's see if the 96 can pull a rabbit out of the hat. We go back to the first weekend back in May for the Billy Robinson Memorial. I'm sorry, June. 1st of June. So anyway, down the back straight with the 96 led 19 laps that night. And guess who stole it from him and took his lunch money on the last lap? It was the 4V of Vic Jr. Can he return the favor here and win the 47th annual Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship? He'll hustle his way into one the 96. I'm telling you right now, Michael Knighton has something cooking. But is it enough to evaporate the distance between he and the back bumper? It appears that it will not, but he drives it deep off into the corner. Here comes Knighton for the race lead. He'll come up short. Doug Vic Jr. going to be your 47th annual Louisiana State Dirt Track Champion. Man, you want to do me a favor? A month ago, I called a ticket number about 15 times, and the gentleman who won was literally sitting like right here. And I don't know how he didn't hear it, but I'll give you enough chances, so I'll draw another one if it's necessary. But again, that number, that's what I thought it was. I had to double check. 849-0907. 849-0907. Again, 849-0907 is the winning 50-50 ticket number. But climbing out of the race car, the 4V out of Vivian, Louisiana. Give him a hand, race fans, for Doug Vic Jr. We'll get a word with your track champion here in 2019, Mike Washburn, in just a matter of moments as well. Boy, Vic, good way to cap off this 2019 season, man. It's been kind of a rough road here, I guess, the last couple of months, but nonetheless, it's always nice to park this thing here at Boothill.
I'm glad we come out with a win tonight. The last month or so has been pretty rough.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say the whole season, just the last month or so has been kind of tough.
Yeah, I got to thank Big Show. He busts his butt on this thing all the time, and we come down here and have bad luck, but tonight it wasn't too bad.
Man, if it wasn't for old Eric Norris, I don't know how you'd ever get to the racetrack.
We wouldn't make it here.
Yeah, it's great to have folks like that in your corner, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, he helps out a lot. He built the whole car, and he keeps it going for me every week.
What does it mean to you, Doug, to win the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship? You know, we were telling the fans it's not necessarily the biggest paying money, you know, but it's certainly nice to put that on the wall, you know, in the shop.
Oh, when I was a kid growing up, this is the one you wanted to win. I think I won it in 2008. It's been a few years.
Factory stock?
I don't have one yet.
No, I was saying in 2008 you won it.
Yeah, it was factory stock.
Let's hear about anybody additional you want to thank for this one tonight?
I got to thank my dad, Stormy, my brother Wayne, and especially Big Show.
Congratulations to you tonight, Doug.
Thank you.
Doug Vic Jr. from Vivian, Louisiana scores your Pro Mod victory tonight. And we'll get a word again with the driver of the Pizza Rev, Arclitect, Sheet Mill and Wooding, McDonald's, Connie's Hideaway, number 27 of Mike Washburn. All right, Boothill Speedway race fans, let's get a hand for your 2019 Pro Mod Track Champion. He came home second in 2017 and 18, but the man with the plan now, Mike Washburn, your 2019 champion. Come on, Boothill, where you at? Mike Washburn, 27, your track champion. Man, we had that phone conversation in the offseason on Race on Texas, and you had your agenda set that you were wanting to accomplish this year, and here we are. You're standing. Didn't get as many wins as you had last year at this point, but you're standing right where you would like to be.
Points racing, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, you're smart, you're committed to it, and here you are.
Right where I wanted to be.
What's it?
Congratulations to Doug on the Louisiana Dirt Track Championship.
Yeah, I know you're wanting to repeat that. Last year's got rained out. You won it in 2017, correct? Or no?
That's correct, 2017. It's hard to do when you start at the back every week, though.
It is. This racetrack has certainly got passings at a premium here. Tell us about your night tonight.
Oh, it was good. We had a good car in the heat race. Started 8th, finished 4th, started 13th, got as high as 7th in the feature, and just all them restarts kept getting put on the bottom. The bottom wasn't the place to be.
Real quick, you were in Las Vegas earlier this year playing pool. I mean, to get here to the racetrack a couple of times just at the nick of time to race. I mean, you had to be really committed to win this track title. I mean, you very well could have been doing something else, but you made sure you were here at the racetrack to come and race.
That's right. We played pool, went to Las Vegas, finished 33rd out of over 700 teams.
It's pretty impressive.
Come back and race.
Yeah, I'm never going to challenge you to a game of pool.
Come on.
All right. Hey, congratulations to you, Mike. Let's hear about all the great folks that help you out, supporters of your race team.
Thank my wife, Pam, my crew chief, Michael Turner, his fiance, Brittany Washburn, BJ Cook, Scott Young, Johnny Balt, who's in the pits tonight, Justin Washburn, Chris Gorbert, Pizza Rev, especially Architect Sheet Metal, and McDonald's.
Johnny Vault's the reason why this thing's down here, isn't it?
It's getting there.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations to you, Mike.
We spend a lot of time on the phone.
I like old Johnny. Yes, sir. Congratulations, sir.
Thank
Mike Washburn, ladies and gentlemen, your track champion here in 2019. Inside of the next row in car number 22 out of Marshall, that'll be Rollo Pilkington. 15W is Denny Gabar out of Frankston, Texas. And we're ready to go on demand on raceontexas.com. Every thrill, every spill, on demand in high definition with announcer audio. And here we go. The 47th running of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship is underway, and they hustle into one and off of two. The one to keep your eyes on from the tail would be we got one being looped down on the infield this time. We will stay clean and green right now. Greasy just nearly jumped the cushion. It's going to be a fight tonight, a dog fight, between the Marshall Missile and the Hooks Texan Justin Whitehead. So two former King of the Hill winners going to go at it, fight tooth and nail for the top spot. Whitehead around the hub, 69 up top. They'll hustle their way through turns 1 and 2. Off the two, down the back straightaway. Kevin DuPont all over the red deck with the number 91 of Lucky back there as they fight tooth and nail here for fourth and fifth as A-Bear takes a stab underneath, gets around DuPont, goes to work on 91 of Lucky now. As Grigsby is setting sail out front tonight with the race lead. Here you go. Grigsby's flirting with disaster right now. Always say it. There's a thin line there between love and hate. Grigsby out front leading the way in this one. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to know him. The Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby, the former 29th overall pick by the Houston Astros. Well, to the point he can throw a hell of a slider on a pitcher's mound. He can throw a better one on a dirt track. We're back underway. The driver of the one-call staffing, True Love Offer, and they go 3 wide for the race lead. Off of 2. Here comes A-Bear now. Shane A-Bear. Gonna roll and try to put the 69 into his hip pocket. He'll look to sidestep him this time. A-Bear couldn't go any lower than a Mudcat in the Red River, and he'll take the race lead. Half a cast whisker that time of the line. Shane A-Bear gonna slide from the bottom shelf up near the roof that time. 69 regains the top spot. Derek Grigsby repels the advances of the 9 as they roll through turns 3 and 4. A-Bear feeling good tonight. Off of 4 down the front boulevard, they head off into turn number 1. Shane A-Bear. Didn't take him long to roll up towards the front and start contesting for this race win tonight. 2 times Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner is A-Bear. Didn't come all the way up from Scott, Louisiana, just about 5 minutes out of Lafayette this afternoon to come home second. As A-Bear continues to set his sights on the rear deck lid of 69 of the Marshall Missile for the race lead. As the one right now to keep your eyes on at about the midpoint of this race, the 3J of Kevin DuPont, all the way out of Karen Crow. Rolls his way to 4th in the 3J. Tick-tock, the race clock goes. It'll be halfway this next time by. It'll be 50% complete this next time by, and Derek Grigsby is absolutely setting sail around his home racetrack tonight. Marching to the beat of his own drum, he gone. Derek Grigsby in 69. There's a thin line out here. Derek Grigsby won this event in 2013. Started on the front row. He got a flat tire on the very first lap. Had to restart at the tail in 22nd. And he drove his way all the way to the front and threw a slide job on Josh Bauckham, coming to the checkered flag to win an absolute Michael Jackson thriller here at Boot Hill. Some years have passed, and now the 34-year-old racer out of Marshall, Texas, as good as he once was, as good as he ever was. Began his racing career back in 2002 in the street stock division here at Boot Hill, and a place that he's called home on many a Saturday nights. Would love to get his 4th career Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship title. As now Grigsby been in this limited modified division since 2011, as he rolls off of turn number 4 down the boulevard with a sizable advantage over the number 9 of Shady Bear, Shane Hebert. Hebert rolls second with the number 15 of Justin Whitehead, and the caution is back out. Green flag run began his race career back in 2000, and I said 2002, but he really started in 01. But nonetheless, Grigsby, now in this division since 2011, rolls off a 4 with the race lead. Can he hold off Shady Bear tonight? Or will it be Whitehead? And here comes Aaron Roy. Aaron Roy going to roll inside of the top 5-0, and he just got a little sidestep there. Lost momentum underneath the number 35 machine as they roll back into 3. Here comes Hebert again for the race lead. Off of 4. Tick-tock, the race clock goes. 5 more trips. 5 more quarter-mile circuits around the Greenwood Oval. And Derek Grigsby's hitting his marks each and every time. You got to be cool, calm, collected, and no mistakes here in the waning stages. Grigsby's driven a flawless race to this juncture. Can he do it for 4 more? 4 more trips. Oh boy, and Hebert just put the pressure on the 69. Derek Grigsby has a ruffled up left rear quarter panel now. Will it hurt? So 3 laps to go. It'll be 2.5 when he meets the midpoint of the back straightaway. Derek Grigsby's got a ruffled in left rear quarter. Did that contact initiate a tire rub? Will it hold on? The 69 rolling the top shelf with reckless abandon, throwing all caution to the wind. 1.5 laps to go when he meets the midpoint of the back straightaway. The missile from Marshall down the back straightaway. Going to come along through 3 and 4 to see the white flag this time. Trying to score his 4th career Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship crown tonight. Down the boulevard, the former King of the Hill winner. Former Tootsie Smith Memorial winner. And here comes Shane Hebert on the final lap. Grigsby feels the pressure. He'll turn up the wick and dial up something pretty for him. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Hebert's going to throw the kitchen sink. Final turn, final time to the checker flag. The Marshall missile. Derek Grigsby goes back to ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane for his 4th career Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. Derek Grigsby going to be fired up for this one tonight. Race fans, this racetrack is home. 4-time Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner and the one-call staffing Marshall Lubinato True Love Law Firm. Number 61, the Marshall missile, Derek Grigsby. Oh man, the emotion says it all. All right, here's your water, my friend. What a display tonight, man. I mean, Shane Hebert was putting the pressure on there late. I know you had to feel the pressure, man. You just hit your marks each and every turn. I know this feels really good to cap off this 2019 season.
Yeah, man, Shane's always tough. I saw him dive in there a couple times. I know if I just stay smooth up on the top, if I wouldn't just run on the cushion too hard and push the front end over, we were going to be good, man. Talk about having a good time to have a good draw. I think it's the first time that we started on the front all year. If I could pick it, this would be the one I wanted to start on the front. Wow, man.
It's Paul Rust. Hey, you got your son Jagger here joining you in Victor Lane. That's awesome. He's a proud father right here. Derek, it's the first time I met this little guy in person. It's always special to get the ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane, but as well as anyone here, they know how much this racetrack means to you particularly. But to be standing here, being crowned a Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner for the 4th time, I believe, now in your career, 4 times a winner of this event, it's got to be pretty, obviously it's very special for you.
Yeah, man, anytime you can win over here, especially in the last couple of years, you're beating 15, 20 cars that can go anywhere in the South and win a race. Man, I just can't thank my sponsors enough. True Love Law Firm, JCT Auto Sales, 5-Star Builders, of course, IRP Race Cars. Jason's been helping me all year. We struggled at the beginning. We're really coming on late. It may be too late now, but we'll take it.
What were you thinking at any point of that race when the cautions came out there? We're just real quick, with a couple of laps to go, I mean, were you ever thinking, like, man, because you've had some bad luck here the last couple of times out. Last Saturday night even, I mean, look, you led laps. I mean, is that in the back of your mind, like, man, what's going to go wrong this time?
Yeah, we've had a rear end brake leading, a couple other things, so it's never over till you cross the flag for the last time, and you try not to think about it, get too nervous in there. You just want to get back going. I didn't like the yellows. I liked longer runs, but we got lucky tonight and pulled it off.
Like Chris Hennigan says, you always get lucky. Hey, outstanding performance tonight, well earned, and definitely well-deserved victory for you tonight, Derek Grigsby. It was a hell of a show.
Thanks, man. Thank y'all for coming out.
Just do me one more favor. Just reach in here and grab one of these blue tickets for me for a fan to bring the 50-50 home, because we've called the same ticket for like 30 minutes and no one's claimed it. You want to call it?
Let's see, 8490893.
You heard it here first, folks. 0893. Let's give him a hand again, race fans. The Marshall Missile, Derek Grigsby, going to win the 47th edition of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. And after the calculations, the 20, give him a round of applause as well, race fans, out of Harleton, Texas, your 2019 Boothill Speedway Limited Modified Track Champion. Brent Tidwell wins it by 4 points tonight. This guy right here was breathing down your neck for it.
Yeah, it was. I was worried about him. I couldn't come through there fast enough.
That was in the back of your mind tonight? I mean, obviously you come here to win every week, but had to be certainly in the back of your mind you want to come out of here and not, lose the point lead anyway.
Right. Yeah, we knew we had to get at least 10th.
Let's put this season in perspective. What you did here, a couple of weeks ago was impressive. You passed Ricky Ingles on the last lap, coming to the line in a photo finish. I mean, to get your first win in that fashion was pretty impressive, but just how much you've grown as a racer, I mean, you got to be pretty satisfied with how far you've come in a short period of time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just driving all the different cars and stuff has helped me out a lot.
What's next on the docket for you?
I don't know yet. We'll just go back to... We got a couple more we're going to run this year, and we'll grow next year.
Of course, he has an IMCA modified, right? I has more. But always nice to catch up with you, Brand. I know you got some great supporters, great family, and some folks I'm sure you'd like to mention here that helped you get here.
Yeah, my dad, Keith Tidwell, RKT operating, Waterburger, Texas Rubber, and just everybody that helps out.
Congratulations to you tonight, Brent.
Thank you.
Your 2019 track champion of the limited modifieds. Oh, come on, Derek. I didn't do nothing. 3. I hope I don't have to call a third number. 849. But in the future, I'm allowing somebody else to do the 50-50. So we got a tight points race coming into this final one tonight. Only 3 points the separation as your pole sitter, Eddie Brewer out of Atlanta, Texas, comes in tonight with 502 total points throughout all the events that he's contested here this season as Josh Warren takes the race lead away from him. Eddie Brewer, he'll sit in the bridesmaids right now as Brittany Graham goes to work in the 4 car. She's rolling in the 3rd now. Josh Warren out front with the lead in 62X. Josh, the last couple of years, the last year and a half or so, hasn't raced, but he was in the factory stock division. After starting his career in the 4-cylinder class, he had a Toyota Celica that was one of the baddest rice burners you'd ever see at a racetrack, as he was lethal. Ended up selling that car to Ben Dance later on, and Josh just nearly got squeezed by the lap car. Oh, wow, he did get squeezed by the lap car. Back underway. This should be interesting for this points title. As long as the BC can stay out front of that number 99 car. I'm not sure exactly how the point structure goes or what the drop-off is per position. But right now, it's about to be Eddie Brewer, who came in tonight with 502 total points, and the 199 of Big Mike Hudson, who had 499. So only 3 points of separation. As long as the BC finishes up in front, then it won't matter. But the 199 gets by and maybe he wins this race, they could very well end up tying tonight. I'll leave that to all the bookkeepers. Only 2 more trips around the racetrack, and if Big Mike wants to get something done, he's got to go, and he's got to go now. Eddie Brewer trying to hold on for dear life. Oh, come on, cuz. There's been 11 different winners in this division this season. Been as wide open as any. We've not had a class pick up 11 wins here at the racetrack in a couple of years. We had 13 different factory stock winners back in 2016 as we hustle back into one on the restart. You got to think that Lil Mike is going to play defense for Big Mike. As those team cars, the Travis Pastrana look-alike cars, the Mazda 3s, roll 3 and 4 right now with the white flag waving. Brewer trying to hold them off. Eddie Brewer and the old Chevy Cavalier, the old tried and true. He washed up the racetrack there off the exit of corner number 2, opened up the door for Big Mike, and he'll take a stab down on the inside. Oh, don't wreck him, right? And coming to the line for the title, and Eddie, oh, come on, Eddie. Hey. That was obviously, race fans, that was coming down to the title here for 2019. The 199 of Big Mike Hudson rolled off in there to the inside of the BC, but I didn't expect Eddie to turn down into him like that off the exit of 4. That was pretty wild. I don't know what I'm not sure about that one. I'm not so sure that Eddie Brewer may have just cost himself the title. I don't know. Again, I'm not really doing a whole lot of speculating. I'm just calling it like I see it. So, Josh. So Josh Warren is your winner, and I'm not sure exactly. Well, I'm not really sure how we're supposed to handle that one because there was only 3 points again. Hey, give it a hand, Josh Warren from Shreveport, Louisiana. Nothing like a little 4-cylinder fireworks to end the night. That's why you never want to bounce out of this joint until the cookie crumbles. Well, Josh, you were going with the win out front, dirty dancing on these folks tonight, so you didn't get to see it out of the old rear view there. You ain't got one, but you'd have seen some carnage.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a rearview mirror.
Hey, man, let's talk about this, and let's talk about you, though, man. We'll talk about this crazy stuff that came down to a points run in here. Man, you look like you're having fun again. I mean, you race factory stock. You got out the last couple of years. You haven't been doing any racing, and I think you're just trying to come out here and have some fun.
Man, these are a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, these are absolutely a blast. I got $1,500 in this whole thing with new tires. So, I mean, that's why I don't run for points right there.
I'll say you had like $1,500 just in the front end of that Toyota Celica back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, we ain't going to bring that up.
Ben Dance, hey, like Dustin Randall said, he said that Ben Dance had to bury that thing to hide all the cheating parts. But look, no, we're not taking anything away.
Well, I'll tell you right now, since that was years and years ago, it was illegal.
Come on, man, you can't say that.
When I was in factory stock, I doped tires.
This guy's just
all in the past.
He's honest. Hey, but you know what? I've always said too, you got to make it to tech to get tech. I mean, so you were always a pretty smooth worker of the wheel. So that that goes hand in hand. Hey, we appreciate the honesty out here.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's hear about anybody that helps you out on this machine. I know Dad's out here supporting you, but
Dad at Green Acres Automotive. My mom and brother came out tonight, and that's for here, so that's awesome. My wife and kids, they even help out when they can. But Alpha Roofing, Stonewall Transmission, Wright's Towing, just a lot of people.
Hey, final thing, all jokes aside, do you have the desire still that burns within to maybe race a different division? I mean, this is just easy, it's fun, it's something you can put together quick and come out here and have some fun. I mean, do you have any desires to maybe race a factory or modify it again in the future?
I don't know. I'll see how the crate late model deal goes, and if it blows up, then I might trade for one.
Well, no matter what, it's always good to have the warns at the racetrack, man. So whatever you choose to do, if you stay in this, then it's all fun.
If they race bicycles, I'm going to race them. If they race go-karts, I'm going to race them. If it has wheels and it's competition and it's fun that me and my family can do, and I put God first. So God, He blessed me where I can have this car. I mean, everything just fell right in. So without Him, I wouldn't be out here.
Absolutely, man. Always a class act. Always nice catching up with you, Josh Warren. Congratulations to the 47th edition Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship.
Thank you.
Josh Warren and 62X, your winner tonight.